I got that bad news was kind of sad, devastating, and a little embarrassing too.
Ryan Little.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Eunique, also known as the Curvy Med, and today we're going to be talking about dealing with rejection from medical schools. So I don't know if you guys have seen my medical school interview experience video, but I will link it in the cards and also put it down in the description box. So please be sure to go check that out. And yeah, so today we're going to be talking about a little bit about rejection. It's not the best topic, it's not a great topic, it's a scary topic sometimes, and I wanted to shed light on this topic because a lot of people talk about the process of applying to medical school and getting in and just becoming med students, but a lot of people may not always give the full glimpse of what it's like to apply and then be rejected and then have to reapply again. And so, as some of you may know, I'm currently also I have some salmon cooking in the air fryer right now, so if you hear it go off, just ignore that. Your girl is hungry. I'm on my lunch break right now. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, let's talk about rejection. So if you watched my last video, you'll know that I applied for the 2021 entry year cycle for medical school, and I ended up getting selected for an interview at one of the schools I applied to, got waitlisted, and then rejected. And it wasn't the easiest news to take, but it did not discourage me from the process and just like my goal of wanting to become a doctor. And I knew that if I were to, and here's the thing, here's a breakdown. So basically I found out in August, right around August is when I got my rejection letter or rejection email. They actually sent it in an email format instead, no phone call, no physical letter. They were just like, hey sis, you know, we thought we wanted you, but just kidding. So I got that email around August, and August, if you don't know, is usually when classes start, either July, August, sometime in the summer. And so that's when I got the email. And keep in mind, when you're applying to medical school, typically, if you're applying, you want to get your application in around May, June, maybe July, but it was already past that time. And I think that after my interview that February, I was just so mentally, physically exhausted and financially exhausted as well from just applying that previous cycle. I needed a break. And so your girl took a break. I did not want to think about the MCAT. I did not want to think about money. I didn't want to think about the stress of trying to save up for applications and secondaries and having to rewrite everything. I honestly thought I wrote a stellar personal statement, and yeah, I just didn't want to go through that process of trying to like rewrite it. And there were so many other reasons why I decided to push back my reapplication process, but I've applied entry year 2021, and then I skipped 2022. We were already halfway through 2021, and it just didn't make sense for me to spend all that money just to not be sure if I was actually going to get in or not, whether if I applied to MD programs or DO programs. And so here we are in 2022. It's now March, and as you know, I am retaking my MCAT. I've been studying for quite some time, and I moved my test date back to May, and so mid-May, and so I'll be testing then. And you know, dealing with the rejection at that time was not the easiest thing. I had told my coworkers, I had told my family and friends, and everybody was rooting for me, and just the fact that I got that bad news was kind of sad, devastating, and a little embarrassing too. And you know, you know, how did I deal with it? I want to talk about how did I deal with it. So how I dealt with it was I tried not to be hard on myself. I tried to instead turn it into a positive. I acknowledged the fact that, hey, I actually got an interview. Not even a lot of people can say they got just one single interview. And so that's something to be proud of. Just acknowledging how far you made it in that process, whether if you got a secondary, whether if you got an interview invite, whether if you got waitlisted. Those are milestones within the application process that you should honor and should be excited about and should acknowledge, like, hey, that says a lot about me. That a school here in Texas wanted me as a potential student, like, that says a whole lot. And so I also had to recognize that it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, sweetie. Like, you will get another chance to apply. Although I decided to wait another year, an entire year, before I reapplied. And now it's kind of March 2022 and I have to start preparing. So yeah, now it's March 2022 and I have to reapply. I'm preparing to reapply. I'm preparing my application. And so you also have to recognize, hey, it's not the end of the world if you don't get in. Like, there are plenty of other opportunities in the following years, and so many schools that you could apply to. One mistake I made was I applied through the Texas application, the TMDSAS application service, and then I also applied through AMCAS as well. And I started my application for ACOMAS, I think I'm saying it right. That's the DO school application. And one mistake I made, I did not understand that I applied to the fee assistance program for their application service, got approved, and I was working on my applications, and next thing you know, I've been told that it's expired. And that really put me at a disadvantage. And I knew at that moment that I really needed the financial assistance in order to apply. I could not afford to pay hundreds of dollars for applications. And so I could have still applied to DO programs and still can now, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get in. I don't want to throw away money. And the new application season is about to start. It's right around the corner. So it's like, well, why waste all that time and money when you can just wait and actually submit a stellar application? And so just realizing that it's not the end of the world and that there will be other opportunities to apply to medical school is one way to help deal with the rejection. I also talked it out. Sometimes you may have to talk it out and vent to people. That's one other way you can deal with this rejection, is actually expressing your true feelings. A lot of people sometimes can feel ashamed and embarrassed when they find out, like, I didn't get in, and all these people know, all these people are aware of the fact that I've been applying and studying for the MCAT and submitted my application and everything. And that whole disappointment can really cause us to just shut down and not want to talk about it with anyone. But sometimes talking to other pre-med students or talking to medical students, talking to mentors, talking to your family, people who understand and who are in your corner and truly support you, those are people that you want to go to and talk to about this whole thing. Talk your feelings out, vent, whatever you have to do, let it out, cry. I'm pretty sure I cried a few times. Like, I'm a crybaby, I'm not gonna lie. I said it, I'm a crybaby, and that's okay. And so sometimes you may have to just cry it out, and you know, it is what it is, and you pick yourself up and move on. And so next thing that I would suggest when it comes to dealing with rejection from medical school is you want to make a game plan. You want to prepare yourself for the next application cycle. It is not the end of the world. There are plenty of other opportunities after that cycle. It's just going to keep going and going, and it's very, very competitive. So you want to make a game plan. How can you make yourself more competitive? And each of these topics that I'm talking about, like how to make yourself more competitive, I can dive deeper into that discussion and even bring on some people who have actually made it through that process to talk about and suggest like great ways you can make yourself more competitive. And I'll give an example for me. I am in my third gap year now. I did not intentionally plan this. I did not want to take 3 gap years. However, It's just the way it works. And so the way I made myself more competitive was, one, retaking the MCAT, and even right now, retaking the MCAT and restudying for it yet again for the third time. I want to put myself in a position where I know for a fact that I'm gonna get in, and I don't want something like a score, test score, to hold me back. One other way I made myself more competitive was doing research. I had no publications at the time of the application. I only had research experience. And since then, a whole year has passed by, and your girl's about to walk into this application cycle with 3 publications. That's right. 3 publications, okay? Isn't God good? Ain't God good? Period. So I'm super excited about that. And I will also do another video talking about research experience. How do you gain it? How do you look for opportunities? And what does it mean to have research experience? And how impactful it can be to your application to have publications and to have that experience. And so, you know, I really did a lot of things to help me become more competitive. I also did shadowing with the post-bac program that I was in at Baylor. I also participated in the HRSA CARES Act program, where I was able to do clinical research on a COVID-related topic. And now that article is being published, that research is being published this month. And I will definitely get that information to you guys and give you all the details about that soon. And you know, I really wanted to make myself the best applicant that I could be. And so I wanted to show medical schools, hey, yes, I did make it the cycle before last, and I skipped this cycle, and I will be very upfront and honest about it if I have to be with these schools when I reapply. Like, it is a lot. It's exhausting to go through all this process, and you don't want to do it alone. That's my next thing. You don't want to go through this alone. You need a support group. You need support. You need sources of accountability. And you also need not only the internal motivation, but you need discipline as well, especially when it comes to studying for the MCAT. And I will give you guys the story time about that whole thing. But yeah. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you took something away, something that really, I hope you took some tidbits away that helped you. And let me know down below. Let me know look, I'm getting tongue-tied. Okay, let me know down below what type of videos you would like to see next, what you would like to see more of. If you have specific questions, leave it down in the comments. I'm always going to answer and respond. Be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also share it with anyone that you know that may be interested in applying to medical school, or maybe has dealt with rejection from medical school. And so I really hope you guys loved this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. That really helps. And I'm so glad. Like, first of all, let me just shout out to y'all, okay? Shout out to y'all. I literally, within the last few months, I have gone from like maybe 50 subscribers, and that number has now doubled to 105, and I am ecstatic. Like, I just cannot believe the amount of support that I've gotten from you all. And I just want to say thank you for subscribing. Thank you for staying here and watching my videos. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for just showing your support, and it means so much. And I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited to just build a community, and I'm so excited. I really am. Y'all don't even know the half of it. Like, I'm just so excited. So thank you again so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.